over 60% of pregnancy-related deaths are preventable. And according to the CDC, Black birthing people are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes compared to white people. And postpartum hemorrhage is the leading cause of death in childbirth, and it is on the rise in the US at about 100,000 per year. Black people have a higher rate of severe medical problems from postpartum hemorrhage, a higher rate of needing blood transfusions and hysterectomy from postpartum hemorrhage, and uncontrollable postpartum hemorrhage leading to death. Now, it's important to remember that when we consider race as a risk factor, that we understand that it does not mean that Black individuals are inherently at risk because of genetic flaws. In fact, it is a result of racism and oppression over time. Now, racial disparities are many and complex, but leading factors are lower access to care and lower quality of care, specifically if you are lower income or lower education level. And they are not monitored as closely and are more likely to be dismissed when they show up with symptoms. Now, this is an issue that goes far and deep within our society, and there are many things at play here, but there is something that you can do to help protect yourself in the meantime. One of the things that you can do is start with education. Educating yourself, using reputable sources like the Hear Her campaign found on the CDC website, that's HEAR campaign, gives a list of urgent warning signs that you need to be aware of in case they come up with you in your pregnancy so that you can alert your provider right away. Now, if this seems intimidating or you're not quite sure how to come across and explain what it is that you're experiencing to your provider, they also offer a guide to help start the conversation. And this is a great tool to use. It also helps to give tips and other ways to word questions so that you can make sure that you're being followed up with appropriately and effectively. Another thing that you want to look into is communication and care. So making sure that you're starting care as soon as possible when you know that you're pregnant and doing your best to attend every single prenatal visit. Document and share all of your symptoms, any concerns, any conditions like like high blood pressure or diabetes. And this is going for either past or present issues. Giving your provider the clearest picture of everything that makes up you is the best way for them to understand when they're seeing warning signs themselves. Support is the final step in the options that you have for helping to protect yourself. And we can start with just our inner circle. Who do you know already that is reliable and able to help out with issues like childcare when you're attending visits, or maybe somebody that can actually attend your visits with you, whether that be just to be there and support, to help document what is said, what is done, or to help you to remember any questions that you might have had and meant to mention to your provider. The next step in support is looking at things like online and in-person support groups. These usually look like peer support groups that you can find by searching online, social media, places like that. And they can offer advice and support from people who are maybe in the same situation or working with something similar to you. Professionals like doulas, who are childbirth support people, may also be able to help out with your resources. They may know about some resources available to you that you weren't able to find online. And they're also, of course, people who help to make your birth experience the best it possibly can be. If you cannot afford a doula, there typically are places that you can go to find free services. In the Southeast Michigan area, there is a place called Metro Detroit Doula Services that offers this. And if you are a first-time birther, Nurse Family Partnership offers free support, advice, and information that you need from a professional. And all you need to do is make sure that you qualify for it financially, and you find out about that by going to nursefamilypartnership.org. So with all of this together, know your rights, know your power, know your support.